Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and a shimmering lake, lived an old man named Samuel. Known for his gentle demeanor and wise words, Samuel was often sought by villagers for advice and stories. His closest companion was Rusty, a loyal golden retriever with a coat that gleamed like the sun. For over a decade, they were inseparable, exploring lush forests, fishing by the lake, and tending to Samuel's flourishing garden. One autumn, the village was struck by a terrible drought. The once abundant lake receded, and the fertile fields turned to dust. The villagers grew anxious as their crops withered and the streams dried up. Samuel, with his years of wisdom, remembered a legend his grandfather used to tell him about an enchanted spring hidden deep within the forest, said to have the power to bring life back to the land. Determined to help his community, Samuel decided to embark on a journey to find the spring. Early one morning, he packed a small bag with essentials, and with Rusty by his side, they ventured into the forest. The path was arduous, filled with dense underbrush and steep inclines, but neither Samuel nor Rusty wavered. Rusty's keen sense of smell and instinct guided them through the maze of trees and overgrown paths. After days of relentless searching, they finally stumbled upon a hidden grove where a crystal-clear spring bubbled up from the earth. The water shimmered with an ethereal light, casting rainbows in the air. Samuel filled his flask with the enchanted water and hurried back to the village, with Rusty faithfully leading the way. Upon their return, Samuel poured the water onto the parched fields, and to the villagers' amazement, the earth began to bloom once more. Crops sprouted, streams flowed, and the lake started to fill. The village was saved, and Samuel was hailed as a hero. But Samuel knew that the true hero was Rusty, whose unwavering loyalty and sharp instincts had led them to the spring. Years passed, and the village continued to thrive. However, peace was once again threatened when a mysterious illness began to spread. Crops withered overnight, livestock grew sick, and even the villagers themselves fell ill with no known cure. Samuel, now older but still sharp, sensed that the solution lay beyond the village's borders. He recalled another legend his grandfather had told him about a rare flower called the moon blossom, which only bloomed under the full moon in a hidden valley far to the north. The flower was said to have unparalleled healing properties, capable of curing any ailment. Despite his age, Samuel resolved to find the moon blossom. With Rusty by his side, they set off on what would be their most perilous journey yet. The path to the northern valley was treacherous, filled with rugged mountains, dense forests, and unpredictable weather. Their first challenge came as they crossed a high mountain pass. A sudden snowstorm hit, blanketing the path and making it nearly impossible to see. Samuel, struggling to keep warm and find the way, relied heavily on Rusty. The faithful dog forged ahead, using his keen senses to navigate through the blinding snow. After hours of struggling through the storm, they finally made it to a sheltered cave where they could rest and regain their strength. The next day, as they descended into the forest, they encountered a pack of wolves. Hungry and desperate, the wolves circled Samuel and Rusty, eyes glinting with menace. Samuel, though frail, stood his ground, but it was Rusty who once again proved his loyalty. The golden retriever stood protectively in front of Samuel, barking fiercely and baring his teeth. The standoff seemed to last an eternity, but Rusty's courage paid off. The wolves, sensing the dog's determination, eventually retreated. Exhausted but undeterred, Samuel and Rusty continued their journey. Finally, on the night of the full moon, they reached the hidden valley. There, bathed in the soft glow of the moonlight, were the moon blossoms, their petals shimmering like silver. Samuel carefully gathered the precious flowers, knowing they held the cure for his beloved village. The journey back was arduous, But the thought of saving his friends and neighbors gave Samuel strength. When they finally returned to the village, Samuel prepared a potion using the moon blossoms. As the villagers drank the potion, their ailments began to disappear, and the crops and livestock regained their health. The village once again celebrated Samuel and Rusty, their bond and bravery saving the community for a second time. Samuel knew that without Rusty's unwavering loyalty and bravery, he could not have overcome the challenges they faced. Samuel and Rusty continued to live out their days in the village, their story now filled with not just one but two legendary quests. Their tale became a cornerstone of village lore, a testament to the power of courage, perseverance, and the unbreakable bond between a man and his loyal dog.